Each year, more than 6 million tons, or about 13.2 billion pounds of tilapia are consumed around the world. And nearly 70% of that comes from China, the country quietly leading an underwater revolution. From the vast fish ponds in Guangdong, Hainan, and Fujian to modern processing plants, China has transformed tilapia farming, once considered a simple occupation, into a high-tech industrial system, where every drop of water and every single fish is monitored by science and artificial intelligence. Gone are the traditional ponds that depended on weather conditions. Today, every tank is connected to a network of sensors that continuously monitor oxygen levels, temperature, and water quality in real time. The data is analyzed by AI, allowing farmers to predict fish health, growth rates, and the optimal time for harvest. From selective breeding, closed-loop recirculating systems, and automated feeding to quality control and blockchain-based traceability, everything is designed with one goal in mind: to ensure clean, safe, and sustainable products for billions of meals around the world. Behind every soft white fillet lies an entire chain of sophisticated technologies, where humans are not only cultivating life, but also redefining the future of the global aquaculture industry. And today, Harvest 360 will take you deep into that world, exploring the journey from a tiny hatchling swimming in a Chinese pond to the containers of tilapia reaching markets across 5 continents, carrying with them the pride of technology, intelligence, and the vision of a new era. At the National Tilapia Breeding Research Center in Guangxi, rows of neatly arranged tanks line the facility. This is where Chinese aquaculture experts are conducting a large-scale selective breeding program called GIFT, Genetically Improved Farmed Tilapia. The program began in the 1990s with the goal of developing tilapia populations that grow faster, require less feed, and adapt better to intensive farming conditions. Each generation of fish is raised under controlled trials to monitor growth rate, feed conversion efficiency, and resistance to common diseases such as streptococcus infections or parasites. From there, individual fish with outstanding performance are selected and their genetic data recorded. Using artificial intelligence, researchers analyze thousands of genetic samples to identify groups with the most stable biological traits. Results show that GIFT strains grow on average 1.8 times faster than regular tilapia and have a 40% lower infection rate. The breeding process takes place in a fully enclosed environment. Each parent pair is tracked by electronic identification to prevent inbreeding. Water temperature, pH level, and oxygen concentration are carefully controlled to ensure high egg quality and fertilization rates. After fertilization, the female tilapia incubates the eggs inside her mouth, a natural biological trait that protects the eggs from bacteria and fungi. Once the eggs hatch, the fry are separated and transferred to a multi-layer nursery system. Each layer is equipped with sensors that measure oxygen, salinity, turbidity, and temperature in real time. This data is sent to a central server where AI analyzes it and automatically adjusts water flow, lighting, or feeding when needed. During the first few days, the fry are fed microorganic food and freshwater algae to stimulate their natural digestive systems. This stage lasts about 10 days. They are then moved to a second nursery tank, where stronger water currents help them build swimming ability and improve overall health. When the fish reach an average size of 3 to 4 centimeters, or about 1.2 to 1.6 inches, they are transferred to the final nursery tanks, which use a recirculating aquaculture system, RAS. The water is continuously filtered through layers of biomaterials to remove ammonia and nitrite, keeping the environment clean without frequent water changes. Thanks to this, the survival rate of the young tilapia exceeds 90%. The entire nursery phase lasts about 30 days. At the end of this period, millions of juvenile tilapia of uniform size and health are labeled with QR codes for batch management. Each code contains information about parent stock, incubation time, environmental conditions, and biological test results. Qualified batches are then transported in specialized vehicles equipped with aeration and temperature control systems to commercial farms in Guangdong, Hainan, or Fujian. Each shipment is continuously monitored to ensure stable water temperature throughout the journey. Upon arrival, the fry are released into the main grow-out tanks, marking the beginning of a new production cycle. From this point on, commercial farming begins, continuing the closed-loop technological chain established from genetics all the way to growth. At the tilapia farms in Hainan Province, large-scale recirculating aquaculture systems, or RAS, are being implemented. This is an industrial aquaculture model in which water is continuously filtered and reused, significantly reducing wastewater discharge into the environment while maintaining precise biological control throughout the farming process. Each farming zone is divided into circular tanks with capacities ranging from 50 to 200 cubic meters, or about 1,760 to 7,060 cubic feet. At the bottom of each tank lies a suction pipe system that collects solid waste and directs the water through mechanical and biological filtration units. After impurities are removed, the water passes through degassing and oxygenation chambers before returning to the main tank. This cycle operates continuously, allowing up to 90% of the water to be reused. As a result, farms can maintain a stable environment year-round, independent of natural water sources or weather changes. Inside every tank, multiple sensors are placed at different points to collect real-time data. Dissolved oxygen, pH, turbidity, and temperature probes are directly connected to the control center. Some sensors use ultrasonic waves to detect fish density and track their average swimming speed. This data helps determine the fish's activity level and response, allowing technicians to assess health conditions or signs of stress. In the central control room, artificial intelligence continuously analyzes all parameters. If an anomaly is detected, such as a sudden drop in oxygen or a spike in temperature, the system automatically activates aerators or adjusts water pump speeds to restore balance. Meanwhile, machine learning algorithms predict the feeding behavior of the fish based on their movement patterns and concentration near feeding zones. When activity increases, automatic feeding robots distribute the right amount of feed, minimizing waste and preventing water pollution. A large-scale farm can operate hundreds of tanks, producing thousands of tons or several million pounds of fish each year. Yet, thanks to automation, only a small workforce is needed. Typically, 4 to 5 technicians can supervise the entire operation via cameras and digital dashboards. Routine maintenance tasks, such as tank cleaning, filter replacement, and equipment inspection, are pre-programmed, with automatic alerts when servicing is due. The RAS system also recovers and processes biological waste. Fish manure and organic residues are separated, dried, and reused as agricultural fertilizer or as raw material for biogas production. As a result, The entire farming process generates virtually no external waste. Energy consumption is reduced by about 30%, while productivity increases steadily with each cycle. Some farms in Hainan have even integrated underwater imaging technology. High-resolution cameras capture fish shape and coloration, allowing AI to detect early signs of abnormalities such as scale damage or behavioral changes. When a potential health issue is identified, the system isolates the affected tank, notifies technicians, and automatically adjusts water flow to contain the problem. The entire farming process is digitally recorded and stored. From the moment the fry are released into the tanks until harvest, each batch of fish has an electronic profile containing data on water conditions, feed amounts, growth rates, and regular test results. This information not only supports internal management, but is also used for traceability during export. Thanks to the RAS model, Hainan's fish farms can operate continuously year-round, regardless of the rainy or dry season. The stable environment helps minimize disease risks and boosts production efficiency. This marks an important step forward for China's aquaculture industry towards sustainability, where each fish tank is no longer just a simple pond, but a production unit managed like a modern factory, with water, feed, and energy all carefully calculated, reused, and precisely controlled down to the smallest detail. At the tilapia farms in Hainan, the entire feeding and environmental control process is managed through a fully automated system. The feed conversion ratio, meaning the amount of feed required to produce 1 unit of fish weight, is maintained at an average of 1.1 to 1.3 kilograms, or about 2.4 to 2.9 pounds of feed for every 1 kilogram, or about 2.2 pounds of harvested fish. This is an exceptionally high efficiency rate in the aquaculture industry, reflecting both the species' strong nutrient absorption capability and the optimization of farming technology. Industrial tilapia feed is produced using a carefully balanced formula combining both plant and animal-based protein sources. Soybean meal serves as the main ingredient, providing essential amino acids that help build muscle. Ground corn supplies energy, while fish oil and probiotic powders add unsaturated fatty acids, aiding digestion and strengthening immunity. The mixing ratio is adjusted according to each growth stage, from fry and juvenile to the final fattening phase. In modern recirculating aquaculture systems, feeding is no longer done manually. Automated feeders are connected to cameras and sensors installed around the tanks. The cameras capture the fish's movement, and artificial intelligence analyzes swimming speed, density, and reactions when food is introduced. Based on this data, the system determines the precise feeding time and calculates the appropriate amount of feed for each session. If the fish slow down or show signs of stress, the feed amount automatically decreases. When the fish consume all the feed quickly, the system adds small portions to avoid waste. This smart feeding method not only saves resources, but also keeps the water clean by reducing the accumulation of organic waste at the tank bottom, the main cause of toxic gas buildup and disease outbreaks. Meanwhile, the water environment is tightly controlled through multiple layers of equipment. Biological filters play a central role, using beneficial bacteria to convert ammonia and nitrite, two harmful compounds produced from fish waste, into less toxic nitrate. Air blowers continuously supply dissolved oxygen, maintaining levels above 5 milligrams per liter or about 0.0007 ounces per gallon, ensuring stable respiration and metabolism for the fish. At regular intervals, the system automatically adds lime powder and probiotics to balance pH and maintain healthy microbial density in the water. Indicators such as temperature, clarity, and salinity are continuously monitored by sensors and transmitted to the central control dashboard. Any fluctuation beyond safe limits triggers alerts for technicians to take immediate action. Thanks to the combination of optimized nutrition and a stable environment, the survival rate of tilapia in RAS models averages 97 to 98%. Nearly double that of traditional pond farming. The fish grow uniformly, remain healthy, and deliver consistent yields throughout the year. When they reach a weight of 800 grams to 1.2 kilograms, or about 1.8 to 2.6 pounds, the fish are moved to the final inspection stage in preparation for harvest. All farming data, including feed usage, water quality, and probiotic application schedules, is automatically recorded, creating a complete traceability record for each production batch. When the tilapia reach an average weight of 600 to 800 grams, or about 1.3 to 1.8 pounds, the harvesting process begins following strict industrial standards. Instead of using manual nets, farms employ mobile harvesting machines specially designed for recirculating aquaculture systems. These machines use a combined water pump and rolling net mechanism capable of handling 10 to 12 tons or about 22,000 to 26,000 pounds of fish per hour, minimizing physical impact and mechanical stress on the fish during collection. Immediately after being removed from the tanks, the fish are transferred to chilled oxygenation tanks, where the water temperature is reduced to about 15 degrees Celsius or 59 degrees Fahrenheit. The cool environment slows down the fish's metabolism, reduces stress, and limits lactic acid release, a factor that can affect the firmness of the meat. This stage typically lasts 10 to 15 minutes before the fish are transported to the preliminary processing area. At the sorting section, automated conveyor belts classify the fish by weight and size using optical sensors. Fish that do not meet commercial standards are separated for domestic processing or for use in animal feed production. Qualified fish are placed in aerated containers with circulating cold water, ready for transport to the processing plant. Transportation is carried out using refrigerated trucks equipped with temperature and dissolved oxygen control systems. Each container is labeled with a QR code identifying the batch, storing complete data from the entire farming process, including hatch date, water quality parameters, feed composition, inspection frequency, and microbiological test results. Upon arrival at the factory, the code is scanned and uploaded to the traceability management system. At the raw material receiving area, random inspections are conducted to evaluate freshness, elasticity, and flesh color. Only samples meeting quality standards proceed to the cleaning line, while any that fail are immediately removed. The entire process operates in a closed, hygienic environment that meets international export requirements. From the moment of harvest to freezing, the entire process takes less than 3 hours, ensuring that protein integrity, color, and texture remain stable by the time the product reaches consumers. Through this digital traceability system, every tilapia fillet found in supermarkets or on dining tables can be traced back to its exact farm, even down to the specific tank batch. This transparency forms the foundation of supply chain integrity, where technology and data management become the key elements in guaranteeing both quality and global consumer trust. At the seafood processing plant in Fujian province, the tilapia processing procedure is completed within 8 hours after the fish leave the grow-out tanks to ensure maximum freshness and meat quality. Upon arrival at the facility, the fish are placed into a chilling and light oxygenation system that quickly renders them unconscious. This humane stunning method minimizes muscle tissue damage and reduces lactic acid production, a factor that directly affects the color and firmness of the meat. The fish are then thoroughly washed several times with chilled, disinfected water before entering the automated filleting line. High-speed cutting machines remove the heads, viscera, and bones within seconds, producing fillets of uniform thickness. The bone trimming stage uses mechanical knives combined with image sensors to detect and remove tiny remaining bones that are invisible to the human eye. Next comes the food safety inspection. Every fillet passes through X-ray scanners and metal detectors to identify any foreign materials. Any product that fails to meet quality standards is automatically separated from the production line, while technicians perform random manual checks on each batch to ensure accuracy. Approved fillets are then vacuum-packed, a process that removes air to prevent oxidation and bacterial growth. Immediately afterward, the packages are sent to the IQF, individual quick freezing area, where they are frozen at -40 degrees Celsius or about -40 degrees Fahrenheit. This rapid freezing method solidifies each fillet individually within minutes, preserving the natural cellular structure and flavor. Once deep frozen, the products are moved to the central cold storage, where the temperature is consistently maintained at -20 degrees Celsius or about -4 degrees Fahrenheit. Each carton is labeled with a QR code containing full traceability data, including harvest date, farm batch, processing plant information, and inspection results. From there, refrigerated shipping containers transport the products through a fully closed logistics chain to major markets such as the United States, the European Union, Japan, and Africa. The entire journey is conducted under automated temperature monitoring, ensuring that every product arrives with the same freshness and quality as when it left the factory. The tilapia farming industry now plays a vital role in China's aquaculture economy, generating nearly $2 billion in export value each year. Production and processing operations span across several coastal provinces such as Guangdong, Guangxi, and Fujian, providing direct and indirect employment for more than 3 million workers in farming, processing, transportation, and trade. Tilapia is considered a sustainable source of protein compared to red meats. On average, producing 1 kilogram or about 2.2 pounds of tilapia generates roughly 10 times less carbon emissions than beef production and requires significantly less fresh water. This makes fish farming an integral part of China's broader strategy for food security and greenhouse gas reduction. However, rapid growth also brings environmental challenges. In concentrated farming areas, discharging water that contains uneaten feed and organic waste can cause eutrophication if not properly treated. High stocking densities further increase the risk of disease transmission, leading some farmers to rely on antibiotics, which can contribute to antimicrobial resistance if overused. To address these issues, many companies and farms have adopted green aquaculture models following international standards such as ASC, Aquaculture Stewardship Council, and Global GAP. In some farming regions, blockchain-based traceability systems are being implemented to track every stage of production, from the fish pond and processing plant all the way to the dining table. These transformations form a critical foundation for China's pursuit of sustainable aquaculture development, aiming to minimize environmental impact while ensuring long-term productivity and global market confidence. From small lakeside farms to high-tech aquaculture facilities, the journey of tilapia farming has proven one simple truth. When knowledge meets technology, the ordinary can become extraordinary. High-tech aquaculture is more than just a step forward for the fishing industry. It represents a new opportunity for anyone seeking a sustainable future. With closed-loop recirculating systems, AI-driven data management, and eco-friendly production, humanity is steadily building a cleaner, more stable, and more efficient source of protein for the world. This is not just about raising fish. It's about creating a new economic model where technology, science, and environmental responsibility work hand in hand. It opens doors for those who want to advance modern agriculture, create real value, and contribute to protecting our planet. Do you believe that smart aquaculture could be the key to ensuring global food security in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're passionate about exploring the world of modern agriculture, where people, technology, and nature grow together, don't forget to subscribe to Harvest 360 and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next stories. Harvest 360, where we harvest not only food, but also knowledge and vision for a more sustainable world.